What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sticks, and I'm back with a reaction video. Hey, check this out. If this is the first time you're coming across my channel, do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe. On this channel, I search the internet for all the craziest videos out there and react to them. Today, I have 5 creepy things that was caught on dash cam video. This is from The Darkest Secret. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. Is this real or just cap? Let's go.
Many recommend not to drive at night because apart from constantly fighting to fall asleep, there is also the possibility of encountering completely anomalous situations. Something like this happened to a man who had planned to spend a weekend camping in a remote town. However, unfortunately it got dark, so he had to drive down a winding and lonely road, at which point the dashcam he had in his vehicle recorded this creepy moment. Observe.
Somebody dressed in all white walking down this dark country road next to the woods like that, it definitely seems out of place to me. That would be crazy for one to be dressed in all white just walking a back road, but two, to be out there by yourself, very, very unusual. Let's go.
Seeing this, the man was so surprised that he did not dare to continue driving. Although, if we rewind, normal. So what was that person doing walking in the middle of nowhere? That was what surprised the driver, since according to him, no one in their right mind would walk alone through those desolate places. He also said that when reviewing the clip, he noticed that the time and date that appeared on the recording were incorrect, since this occurred a little over a year ago. Is what the camera captured actually a spirit? Tell me what you think.
I would say it would be very hard to say whether or not that's paranormal, but it's definitely weird. Definitely weird. Let's go.
Number 4. What you're about to see in the next few minutes is one of those videos whose probability of being fake is quite small. The reason? It was not recorded by a person, but was extracted from an official police file. You see, a police patrol had received an emergency call in a separated part of the city. The policeman was surprised that he was called out into such a rural place, but being a responsible policeman, he went. Yet before arriving, something was thrown in the middle of the road, which the policeman had to remove. After this incident, he arrived at the destination, realizing that there was nothing there. No houses, nor people. Later, reviewing the recording, the staff's conclusion was that perhaps the call they had received came from beyond. Observe.
Whatever that was definitely looked ghostly. The way it took form and then just kind of dissipated and disappeared. Definitely crazy. But could you imagine being a cop having to report to a call way out in the countryside on a back road like this, never knowing what you're going to come across? So most people know I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and we have a ton of roads like this, just even around me, where people drive these roads and see stuff like this all the time. We have country roads that they never end. Just as far as you can drive, no houses nowhere, just farmland. Ohio is just filled with farmland, and you can drive for hours sometimes and not see a house. If you don't know your way around the area, you'll run out of gas and be caught in a bad situation where you're walking on one of these roads.
It seems to be a semi-translucent entity that suddenly appears in front of the car, and that even gives the impression that it is thrown against the vehicle. In fact, and if you look closely, the officer reacts trying to prevent from running it over. But the most disturbing of all was that after this, the officer turned the police car around to investigate, at which point that entity was again caught crossing the road.
Maybe it's just timing or something. Certain times at the night that this spirit comes out and walks that road, because maybe tragedy, car accident, who knows? There could be a body around there somewhere that nobody's ever found or came across, and it's leaving this negative energy out there, because it looked to me like the cop went right through it and then turned around and was still able to see it continuing crossing the road as it dissipates. That's, to me, some pretty good evidence of paranormal right there.
To this day, the entire unit assures that this was a paranormal event. What do you believe? Number 3. What follows correspond to footage recorded during the wee hours of the morning on a highway in Thailand. After 2:30 a.m., a man was heading towards the province of Surthani. The road was clear, so he was not attentive to the road conditions. Maybe that is why he couldn't react to what his dashcam captured, recording that until now has caused great astonishment on various social platforms. What happened? See for yourself.
Once again, it looks like you can see right through the person. Like, yeah, there's a person there. We can even see the clothing color. But at the same time, there's not a person there. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no real facial features, anything like that. This is what I would expect to see when you see a ghost or a spirit, whatever you call it, but definitely creepy.
Practically out of nowhere, the figure of a man appears with a white shirt and blue pants, standing right in the middle of the road as the car passed. After this, the figure just vanishes. Some fervently believe that it was a ghost, while others maintain that it was just a shadow reflected in the windows or mirrors of the car. Which of these two options do you prefer? Leave it in the comments.
My opinion, it was a ghostly apparition. No doubt about it. But here's the thing I don't get. Why do some spirits stick around these certain locations and other spirits move on? Because it's not like everybody who passes away you hear or see from them. That's just not how it is. But some of these spirits will stick around these locations for whatever reason. That's what makes me curious of the paranormal, is why. Why does this type of stuff happen? Now, I know it's real. I know it happens. But why?
Number 2. Without a doubt, going out with friends at night is more than a valid alternative to distract ourselves and escape from the responsibilities that we have in our daily lives. It's recommended that when you return home, you pay attention to what happens on the road, since you may be able to witness an unexplainable the one seen by these friends who are going home after a lively party. See for yourself.
Fuck was that? What?
Perhaps you are somewhat confused to what happened here, since at first glance it seems that nothing appears. Well, look carefully at this part of the recording. Do you notice that light? The driver of the vehicle thought it was a motorist going in the opposite direction of the road. Although when the light goes out, it is revealed that there was never anything on the highway. So where did that light come from? I can guarantee that this video is real, because Molly the lad, the person who uploaded the video to YouTube, added much more information for someone to help her decipher what was seen that night. Look at it color corrected, so you can tell that no one was really there. Do you know what the worst thing of all is? The following morning, she returned to the same area, meeting a group of people who were putting up a monument for someone who had passed away on the same stretch of road.
I was just getting ready to say, I'm not sure that this is paranormal activity. It's just an unexplained light. But when she starts going further into the story about somebody actually passed away right there, it makes it a little more interesting. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments.
Where this strange sighting was seen. Could it have been a manifestation of the spirit of the man who lost his life here? Tell me if you believe that. Number 1. I've always said that sometimes real events are much worse, much more terrifying than the paranormal. The paranormal is rare. You may not even come across anything like that in your life. Instead, other people have occurrences happen to them during everyday activities. This could happen to you this very night when you return home. And that's what makes it so scary. Something like what happened to the person in this video could maybe happen to you. You see, a man was driving during the night through a desolate sector. He thought that it was going to be one more of those trips that he has done so many times before. However, arriving at a crossroad, he found what, as he confesses, has been the most disturbing thing he has had to face. Please tell me, what would you do if you experienced something like this?
Yeah, I remember seeing this video on another channel, And they actually explained it. This guy was looking to stop cars and rob the people. At least that's what they said on the other channel that showed this video. But definitely this is why you should always protect yourself. Have some sort of weapon on you, because you never know. The days that we're living in right now, anything is possible. Anything is possible. From the paranormal all the way up to real people trying to take your life or take what you worked for.
It was later reported that the subject was armed, drugged with methamphetamine, and had prior murder charges. An erratic mind that might have unleashed a tragedy that night. Ghosts can't hurt you.
Wow, so he's high off of meth. He's armed. He has murder charges. And this guy got this close to him right here. I would have to be honest. If it was me, I would have never even stopped. And if he walked out in front of my car, I guess he would have just been a speed bump. They would have scraped him up off the road the next morning or whatever. But if you're crazy enough to stand in front of my car with your hoodie down low and your mask and everything that I've seen and been through, I'm not stopping for you. I'm not. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you would do in this situation. Would you stop and start to ask the guy what he's doing? Maybe 20 years ago you could do something like that. Maybe he needs help. Maybe something's wrong. But nowadays, there's no way I'm stopping for somebody like this. Gas is almost $5, $6, $7 a gallon. Everybody's out here desperate. And you never know what lengths they will take it to. You never know. But look, let me know what you think about this video. Until next time, see ya.